Hey, what's going on? She threw me the fuck off.
You really get thrown. Your attention span is really not good at all.
Oh my God.
Anything can throw you off. Wow.
We're going to start this over one more time. No, two. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for listening to the Skorpion Show podcast. I know you guys haven't heard from us in 2 weeks, but we are back. I hope you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving. And while you were enjoying Thanksgiving with your family, I hope that you all told them to download the Skorpion Show podcast. I went on Twitter today and I asked people, who wants some shout outs. So I'm going to start this podcast off with doing some shout outs to those out there. So just give me 1 second. And the first shout out, I'm just going to say your Twitter names. It's Mr. Rye, Megan the Scallion, but I know that's not her Twitter name, but Poe from the Homegirl Harmony podcast. Why is it showing me your real names instead of the Twitter names? Janice Eileen. What's up, Janice? Blake Javon, Courtney 27, Baby Bop 89, and no, that's not. Who's this? James Keandre. Listen, y'all gonna stop giving out all these crazy names. James Keandre Minaj knows that ain't your name. All hell, James. Shout out to y'all.
You didn't review the names before?
No, because you see how it came up. Like it don't have their full Twitter name up there. It just shows what their name is, and then it has their Twitter name.
They should have just said what their first name was.
Right. But anyway,
well, first and last name.
Well, the next time I do the shout outs, we're gonna make sure that I have your Instagram name and your Twitter name. Instagram been acting crazy, so I can't really go
Instagram
up on.
has been acting crazy. Like what's up with Instagram?
I don't know. On one of the accounts, I seen that on the Scorpion Show podcast that's on Instagram. I noticed that on that account it hides the likes, so it doesn't show how many likes a picture gets. But on my original Instagram, it shows how many likes we have on there. So Instagram really is getting rid of the likes, So I don't know what is that going to do, except for maybe for influencers hiding the likes. I don't think that's a good thing, because if people are paying you to promote their products on Instagram,
like me, I pay. People pay me, and while I still have a loyal group of people who come back and pay pay to promote on my page, and by the way, for those of you that have small businesses, hit me up for promotion, because I am doing a special today, and actually I'm doing a special today and this weekend, so hit me up. But I have some loyal people who come to me quite often to promote, because they get a lot of feedback from the promotion on my page, and quite a few customers, and I feel good about that.
Right.
I remember one time Tawanda Braxton had bought a product off of a young lady that I promoted, hair care product, and the young lady was really excited. And shout out to her, because I think right here, the hair care product right here. Mm-hmm. Now I can't say the name of it, because she didn't pay me today to say. But yeah,
I know that's right.
Yeah, but if you need some promo, hit me up. I am your guy.
Yeah, and I'm your guy too. Even though I don't really do the promos all like that, you can still hit me up. Just hit me up too. But yeah, so let me start today's podcast off with. This is not even a question. This was a letter. Now, some people may agree, some people may not agree. So, on this week on the Scorpion Show, we uploaded 2 videos, and this is going to be a video. This is going to be a video for everybody. The main, not the main topics, but some of the topics will be cut out that YouTube probably wouldn't approve of. So, this week I'll let everyone know that for the end of the year, we're going to be doing a year-end review of 2019. It's going to be myself, Mikkel, Ernest Owens, Diggy, and Dennis. And then there's going to be a special guest. So it's going to be 6 people. So that's going to be a lot of people. Now, I have no problem with that, because I enjoy every last one of the guests. And they have been on the Scorpion Show a lot of times this decade, so why not close out the decade with them? But someone wrote me a letter, and This was a letter that I didn't even ask for their advice. This was just something that somebody just gave me. Now, let me tell you how this worked with me.
Are you sure you want to read it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this is the type of person I am. For me, I'm open to feedback when I ask for it. And I'm open to feedback if you ask, can I give you some advice? And I'll say, go ahead. But if you're just going to tell me what I need to do, and I don't like what I'm reading, I'm probably not going to be open to it at all. So, you know, this person wrote me, and she said, I look forward to the end of the year show. I have just one request. Is it possible for you to moderate the show? Because when all the guys get together, they talk over each other, and it's hard to hear their point of view or opinions at one time. I've been watching for years, but find myself not watching the videos in its entirety due to everyone talking over each other. I hope you don't take this the wrong way. I just want to hear everyone's voice and opinion on the end of the 2019 wrap-up show. Thank you. So I replied back. I said, "Child, stop. Like don't do that." Because I'm like,
well, I don't think what she said is a bad thing. Only because sometimes we can go over, and it's not a bad idea to moderate. Sometimes, can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish it was moderated.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we can get. However, I see where she's coming from, because if you're watching it, and especially if we have good topics, like when the last time we were on and we had Ernest and Diggy talking about the different campaigns. At one point, I think it was you, and you kept telling like, "All right, be quiet because we can't hear," and it's like. It's true, and I think that's what she means, because sometimes I'll be sitting here and be like, yeah, I can't hear what's going on, because it's just like a lot going on. But I don't think it was a bad thing.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't
but
bad.
I'm just like no. I'm just like, for me, I'm like no. So she says, I'm serious. So I say, well, I'm just going to suggest you sit this video out. And then she said, I don't like the fact that you're being rude and not taking into account your supporters' thoughts. I've been a loyal fan, even donated to your various causes, birthdays. I will be unsubscribing and unfollowing the podcast as well. Super disappointed by your response. Now, I'm hoping that this button looks like it's jumping up. Let me turn my volume down just a little bit. 1 second. Say something.
Oh no, I can't. I
don't
know what to say.
Say something.
I don't really know what to say.
Let me turn.
I mean, I agree with her. I agree with her with the moderating part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's just like on The View when. Well, why do you think it's a bad idea to do that?
Listen, for me, like
not what she said, but why do you think it's a bad idea to do that?
I don't think it's I moderate the shows anyway. When it's all of us, I moderate. So I don't have a problem with that. But let me tell you what's the crazy part. Once we're all enjoying ourselves, we are having a good time.
Right.
And it's possible to forget that the camera is there.
Right.
And then sometimes you got to reel everybody in. Right. But then it also, what makes it very challenging is when we have drinks involved. Because then you really don't, you just really like enjoying each other, laughing, enjoying the shade that's being thrown back and forth. And everybody wants to get their shade in. And this is when everybody has a good time.
Well, you know, I don't need a drink to do that.
Yeah, I know you don't need a drink, but it's fun. Like, you know, when we all have drinks and cocktails and just have fun. And plus, this is like the only time of the year, not of the year, the only time during the year when we even get together. Because anytime I see Dennis and Diggy, they on my show. I don't never see them out in public. Or, well, sometimes I see Ernest, but Ernest is never, you know, it's just when we all get together, we're all having a good time, and it's a kiki.
Right.
You know.
No, I definitely have a good time.
So this is after she said all that, I said, when I need advice, I ask.
Oh, wow.
I didn't ask for your critique. It seems like you want us to appease you. The answer is no.
Oh, wow.
Do what you have to do and have a blessed rest of the year. And she told me, you're not even worth my thought of time. Good luck to you. I said, okay.
Oh, wow.
You know,
That's left.
It went all the way left. All the way left. I just feel like it's okay to critique, but if I don't ask, like, and y'all know, I ask y'all all the time, what y'all think about the podcast? What can we do better?
Right.
What you think about the Scorpio show? Like, my mind just be going through a lot of stuff. It just be crazy.
Right.
So I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. Like, I don't need nobody else's opinion just jumping in. Like, I gotta chill. Because it's already a lot of things going on. I'm thinking, like, how we gonna get this video together, what are the topics we're gonna be talking about. I'm doing a lot of that behind the scenes because I have a lot of free time to do that. But I don't need nobody like to come in and like mess up my flow. So if I don't ask you, don't do that. Or if you don't ask me, don't do that. You know? But I just want to just let people know that I am open to feedback. I'm just not open to it when it's not asked for.
It's not warranted.
And I wasn't mean to her. I wasn't mean to her at all. But what I notice is people say what they really want to say when you don't agree with them. They find all kinds of things nasty to say, or I do this and I do that, and I just asked you and you told me no. So because I said no, I'm just a big bad mean person. It don't work like that. You asked me a question, I wasn't open to it, or you suggested something and I was open to it, and you know, it is what it is. So for the future, and for everyone listening, please understand that with me, I'm open to feedback when I ask for it, or if you ask, can you say something to me about it? So that just little bothered me today while I was getting this stuff together, you know. And yeah, so that's what I got to say about that. Now let's talk about Billy Dee Williams. So Billy Dee Williams was doing Billy Dee Williams was doing an interview, and he started talking about the feminist side of things. You know, he was referring to himself like, you know, I have a feminist side. Yes, all your aunties are well, your grandmas are great grandmoms. Their favorite man, except for some of your great grandma, because she ain't too far behind. So, you know, everybody was talking about, oh, he's gender fluid, and you know, people saying like, oh my God, it's gonna be crazy at the Thanksgiving table because of this interview and stuff. And a couple days ago, he just came out like, hold up now. I was just talking about being in touch with my feminist side. I didn't say anything that I was gay.
I don't even know what gender fluid means.
Yes.
It's like, whoa.
And I'm still learning all of these things. My damn son, because it's always something new every day. You learn something new. Somebody.
I feel bad for Mr. Williams because he's 82. When I first read the article, when it first came out and said that he was gender fluid, I read it and I said to myself, he don't know what that means. He doesn't know what that means.
Nobody talk like that.
Because I still don't know what that means. So I'm like, yeah, he don't know what that means. And lo and behold, a few days later, it comes out that he says, wait a minute, I don't even know what that means. But I said to myself, see, you were right. That's silly. Like, but somebody should have said to him, well, did he even say that he was gender fluid? That's one.
No, he was just talking about I can't remember exactly what it was word for word, but he definitely was referring to himself in a female point of view as well.
And somebody, whoever he was talking to, took that and ran with it and said, oh, he's gender fluid.
Right. And I guess everybody said that's the term for it. Listen, it's hard for me to keep up with all these damn terms and flags and it's just crazy. I can't.
And acronyms and...
Yeah, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot out there. But, you know, Billy Dee Williams let everyone know he's not gay. But he's in touch with his feminine side. And, you know, some men are and some men are not. And they don't get down like that or anything. But a lot of men have their ways. When they start acting like a bitch, that's their female side coming out too. Because men got bitchy ways just like, you know, we all do. Everybody have them. You know, so let me shut up before I go too damn far and some people start calling me out for what I just said.
Yeah, let you.
But yeah. You still have the bitchy ways.
Yeah, let you.
So, this Millennium Tour. This Millennium Tour. Everybody is so excited about the Millennium Tour. First of all, they are excited for how the way that they found out, because Omarion released on Lil Fiz's birthday that the Millennium Tour was happening. There's going to be the Yin Yang Twins. There's going to be Bow Wow, Omarion, and a couple other people from the early 2000s. Don't get mad because I don't remember their names, but just know that this tour is hot, and everyone is excited about it, and everybody was really, really excited about the shade behind what happened, because if y'all didn't know, Lil Fizz is messing with Omarion's baby mom, April, and they've been doing these interviews and talking all this shit about Omarion, And Omarion is just like, you know what? I'm gonna drop this date, this tour information on his birthday, make him feel like shit. And that's exactly what he did. And I don't know how Lil Fizz reacted to it. I don't care. But I know that it made Omarion feel good, and it made everybody else feel good, because that's what Scorpios do. Scorpios will sit there and plot. They already know you're doing them wrong. And they sit there and plot, and this is how they get you. Shit like this. So, bam! I'm happy for Omarion. I'm happy for everybody on this tour. Get that fucking money. Also, it was announced today that, you know, they're letting everyone know. Grammy Award winning Ashanti. That would make Diggy very happy to know that Ashanti is going on tour, a tour that people's going to go to. And
so are you saying that they wouldn't go on her tour?
Hell no. No. Nobody really.
Why are you saying that?
Nobody's checking for Ashanti by herself.
No, they're not.
They're not.
They're actually not. And it's sad because Ashanti is talented. She can sing her ass off.
Right.
She, you know, Ashanti is... She's more talented than a lot of these girls that are on tour now. Mm-hmm. But it is sad to say that a lot of people aren't checking for her.
Yeah, I think it was Murder Inc. that probably messed up her career, and it was just hard.
Yeah, somebody messed it up.
It was just hard.
Somebody messed it up.
Ashanti was on top 10 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 at one time, and I believe she had the top 2 spots back to back. Like, Ashanti was doing it. Then she followed up. And then, like, she had more, her numbers was higher than Beyonce's first sell suite.
They were.
So, it's like, that was 2003. Then I don't know what happened. Then she was on another label, and she had that song, Good Good. I really liked that song. And then it's just like, everything just fell apart. And Ashanti is a songwriter. She's been writing songs for everybody, J-Lo, all the girls. Had the book. Ashanti had all that shit. Mm-hmm. What happened? Mm-hmm. Like, what really, I don't know what happened. That's the crazy thing. So, anyway, Ashanti's on this tour. She's going to be getting a nice bag for 2020. All of them. And they're doing some nice size arenas and some middle size arenas. I want people to stop using the Liacouras Center, because that is not the spot. Either do the Wells Fargo or go to the Met.
Are they coming to the Liacouras Center?
They're coming to the Liacouras Center.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's something, maybe it has to do with, first of all, pricing, renting it. It could be a number of reasons. I'm just trying to think, could all those people fill up the Wells Fargo?
Yeah, I'm sure. Because it'll be just like, you know, like a powerhouse or something, with all the different acts.
Yeah, but
it's going to be a bunch of girls, so yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, the Liacouras would be, I mean, me personally, I would send it to the Liacouras Center, only because I would be a little iffy if all y'all could sell 20,000 seats.
Well, yeah, like 15,000. I think they could do it, because you get people from, not only just from Philly, but from Delaware, New Jersey. And some people that might want to see them again from New York might even come down. Yeah,
but then you'd have to cut, I think if you do it that way, you'd probably have to cut your dates. Because if you, I don't know.
They doing, like, some cities they doing big arenas, and some cities they're doing like mid.
So they're coming to Liacouras here.
Yes, they'll be here in March, around like March the 7th.
Somewhere the Liacouras Center is usually the center that gets those type of shows anyway.
Yeah,
I mean, when you stop and think about it.
Right, but now they're going to the Met too. I probably would want to go to the Met. The Met seem more ritzier than the Ritz Club.
I mean, Meek Mill and P&B Rock, they all performed at the
right. Boys and Men coming there, like everybody. Okay. Yes, Mariah was just there. Madonna's supposed to be performing there this weekend.
P&B Rock performed at the Met when it first opened. Like the first few weeks, he had a show there, and then a few months later, Meek Mill had. So the Met is definitely has come back.
Yeah, shout out to the Met.
Yes.
So Jason Derulo. Nice looking guy. I don't really care too much about his vocals, but he has a nice body. And I remember he dated Jordan Sparks, and you know he had a couple of songs back in the day. Would you sleep with him?
I asked you.
No, I asked you. Would
you
sleep with him?
Absolutely not. I don't get into stuff like that.
No, okay. Well, you don't get into that kind of stuff? Oh, then neither do I.
You've never known me to get into that.
Oh, my. Don't even sit here and I like that. Anyway, Jason Derulo posted a picture. I gotta hope this microphone is not picking up this key. Anyway, Jason Derulo,
Picking up what?
like just with the move, it moved around.
Hold up.
He posted a picture on his Instagram of him coming out of the water, and he had a dick print. You know, it was a nice sized dick print, and I guess that was a picture to get everyone's attention because everybody was talking about this picture, and they got to the point where Instagram had to remove the photo, and they told him he violated their terms of service and everything. And now he's just going off doing interviews on TMZ
About his
print. Like,
it's
girl,
like,
you're not the only one.
You have nothing else to talk about, so
right.
we're just going to
no
keep talking
music,
about my
no
print.
nothing. What else do he have going on? Because I don't know.
Right.
This is just a thirst trap. Man, I mean, but sometimes I don't mind a thirst trap. But for certain people, I do look like, now come on.
Right. Like, he was definitely having a conversation with a reporter about it, and he was engaging in the conversation like, was it semi-hard or was it all the way hard? And I'm just like, wait a minute. First of all, why are you having this conversation with another man on the street? And then secondly, you knew what you were doing and you got caught. Instagram took it down. Right, you wanted the attention, and it's like, come on. But I just don't understand when people do stuff like this. It makes no sense. Like, here you got people who are doing stuff and they don't want the attention. It's like, for instance, when Bobby Valentino, even though this has nothing to do with nothing, but he got that unwanted attention with that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm with a few of them, not just one, because after it came out with the first one, then he got caught up with another one.
Yeah.
That's his thing.
Yeah, that's his thing. And I don't hear nobody talking bad about
no, because he still get booked for these shows. Because I think he was at Powerhouse.
He might be on this Millennium tour. I mean, I wouldn't mind about that.
Trust me, he come out on the stage, everybody's gonna scream. Yeah, because ain't nobody thinking about that. Yeah. You know why? Because a lot of their boyfriends and baby dads are doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. It's just the thing is they don't know.
They don't know. Well, not all of them. I'm not gonna say all of them, but you know, Bobby Valentino
like
do your thing.
That toilet is running. You hear it?
Did somebody go into the bathroom without closing the door? That's what it is. Yeah. But shout out to Jason. You showed everybody your package. Now what?
Right. Now what?
Now what?
Now what? What are we gonna do?
That's what I think about a lot of these people. Now, I'm not looking down on a lot of people, but I'd be like, all right, you done showed your dick, you showed your ass. Now what? Now everybody done seen this. Now you gotta hope that your job don't see it. If you're not posting it on OnlyFans or something like that, then what are you getting out of this? I don't get that at all. So if you are one of those type of people that do stuff like that, let me know what you get out of it. Julianne Hough. Excuse me, y'all. So Julianne Hough and Gabrielle Union were co-hosts on America's Got Talent. Gabrielle Union and Julianne Hough were released from their contracts from the show, but we found out that there was a lot of things going on behind the scenes that Gabrielle Union didn't approve of, and that she was letting them know, like, you know, she was upset about a lot of things. And I was waiting to hear about Julianne Hough because we all heard about what Gabrielle Union, you know, the rumors going around, and, you know, everyone has been encouraging Gabrielle Union to keep speaking up and saying things because there was a lot of racism, homophobia, and just a lot of things that was going on behind the scenes. And she complained about them, and she was eventually let go. But I was wanting to hear from Julianne Hough's point of view. Like, why was she let go? And why isn't she saying anything to back up Gabrielle Union when you got all of these celebrities, especially the white female celebrities, they all coming out and speaking out against NBC and saying stuff.
Right, right.
So basically, Julianne Hough is shutting up because she's securing her bag. And she has 2 more shows coming out with NBC. And she's just saying that I'm glad that Gabrielle Union is speaking up about what's going on behind the scenes and yada, yada, yada. But she's not willing to stand side by side with Gabrielle Union on what happened. And you know, that makes me upset too.
Yeah, because she saying that she commends her for speaking her truth.
Yeah, but she's
not going forward to say what Gabrielle is saying
talking about. It's true.
It's true. She's just saying I commend her for speaking her truth. That's a good way of saying I don't want to get too involved because, like you said, I got some work that I'm doing with them, NBC, in the future, and I don't want to mess up my bag.
that's just horrible to do. If something was going on with me, I would hope that, especially if we started out together, that you would stand up for me.
Right.
And that's what I also say about Terry Crews. Terry Crews is quiet, and I'm sure he done.
But this is why I also tell people that stop going to work thinking that everybody's your friend at work. Because that's not her friend. That's just somebody that she works with. You know what I mean? I used to tell this girl that I used to work with a long time ago, she used to always say about this one supervisor, oh, she's, me and her cool, oh, me and her cool, oh, she's not going to let da-da-da. And I told her one day, let me tell you something. If it came down to your job or her job, who you think getting fired? You are. And the one that she used to say, this lady that she used to say, oh, she's cool, she was a supervisor. And she was like, oh, she's cool, she ain't going to do this, she ain't going to write me up. And, I had to remind her, you're not her friend. And guess what? Lo and behold, she got fired, and the one that she was cool with couldn't help her.
Yeah.
Because there were people over her. So I used to tell people, I tell people this all the time, stop going to work thinking that everybody at your job is your friend.
Yeah.
Because they're not. Yeah. Everybody's trying to get a paycheck just like you are. So, I mean, I can't really get too upset with Julianne because at the end of the day, her and Gabrielle are not friends. They're just people who work together.
But you know what? They ain't got to be friends, but y'all in the same industry. And the women go through so much in this industry with the racism and sexism and being sexually harassed and so much. And because she says something, because she's saying something, you just say, well, I'm glad she is, but
see,
you're not going to back her up.
But
that's crazy.
And I'll tell you why she's not going to back her up. Because Julianne said, basically what she needed to say was, what you are saying is your truth, and your truth is not my truth. I may not be experiencing what you've experienced. So therefore, I commend you for speaking your truth, but I can't really jump on board because
Gabrielle also said that they would say things about the stuff that she would wear. Not just Gabrielle, but both of them together.
Yeah.
But they were definitely getting.
But I mean, Kevin, me and you both know what that is. Julianne is trying to secure her bag.
Yeah, but that just upsets me so. Not like I'm ready to fight, but that shit ain't cool.
Right. But let me tell you something. Julianne Hough, who's she with? Relationship-wise,
I don't know who she dates.
Right. Gabrielle Union can get fired from any job and go home to Dwayne Wade. Julianne Hough ain't got a Dwayne Wade at home, so she got to secure her own bag. And so Gabrielle, listen. You can talk your shit, get fired, and still go home to a millionaire husband. I don't have that luxury. I have to make sure I keep my job. Because if I stand up with you and all this goes, whatever the case may be, in the future I'll lose my job at NBC and I may not be able to get another job somewhere else.
Them white girls know how to get a job.
No, they do. They do, but
they know how to get a job. And they're gonna be like, oh, so you're not gonna hire her because she said something? Oh, they're gonna find a way to get her a job. And you know who else about to get a job? The man who played Aladdin. And he said, I haven't been on an audition since I did Aladdin. He thought that, it was just going to open up. Doors for him. Yeah,
well,
but
that's the same thing with Monique. She thought that it was going to open up for her. But she thought because she won that Oscars, the doors were going to open.
And the doors did open. Let me tell you, them doors open, but you know who fucked things up? Her husband.
Yeah.
Her husband.
Well, she allowed him to do it.
Yeah, Daddy. Daddy fucked it.
Daddy.
But I hope that Aladdin get that job. Now he done let it be known, and he don't want to be typecast. It's if black people can't get a job, I know it's hard for Indians to get a job too. But give him a job. And
I can't even tell you what he looked like.
No, I don't know what he looked like because I ain't seen Aladdin. But I know one thing: he needs to get
I know what the cartoon Aladdin.
Yeah, give him a chance. Yeah.
I know what he looked like more than I know what the
cartoon Aladdin probably look better than the new Aladdin. I don't know. But I just feel like give these people a chance. How many auditions did you go on? You're saying you haven't been on no audition. Are you just waiting around for them to call you, or are you going to these auditions and performing? I don't know how he's doing, what he's doing, but
you still got it.
You can't sit around waiting for people to call you. Sometimes you got to take the initiative and go to these things on your own.
Well, that's what Monique was doing.
Monique wasn't doing a damn thing, but sitting on her computer
and running her fucking mouth
and recording phone conversations
and running her mouth, running her goddamn mouth.
And I love me some Monique.
It's just sitting there running her mouth. I want to ask her,
get on.
Why was you up there running your mouth?
She gets on Instagram Live, do her little workouts, her and Daddy doing whatever else they talking about.
Nothing.
They
talking about nothing. and Daddy just sitting back, milking the fat of the land. He just, oh my goodness.
You know,
and if you notice, you don't hear him say nothing.
He better not say
He don't say nothing. Yeah,
no
he let her get up there and dig an even bigger hole for her. Because when he gets tired of it, he's gonna leave her, take all that money.
Well, it ain't gonna be much because where is she working? The last time I seen Monique anything was almost Christmas, and
Well, she'll probably come out with something next year.
I think it's called Almost Christmas. Yeah, she needs to do something. That check she needs to be working. Oh, she did the Vegas thing, so she might have a couple dollars. She was in Vegas, opening up in Vegas earlier this year.
She's bringing something to the table.
Yeah, and she's suing Netflix. She might get a settlement. Who knows? I don't know what Netflix is gonna do, but they said they ready to fight. They ready to fight. Julianne Hough, I wish you would stand with your sister, but you didn't. So let's move on to Nancy Pelosi. Now, y'all know, if y'all haven't been really paying attention, and I hope you have been paying attention, there have been impeachment hearings going on about our president who held money, our tax-paying dollars, to pay Ukraine. Like, we were supposed to send them money. I'm not even looking at the camera, but I'm just talking. We were supposed to send them money, and the president withheld that payment to them for dirt on Joe Biden. So basically, he's saying, you do this for me, and then I'll do this for you, which they call a quid pro quo. Or, in other terms, you scratch my back, and I'll scratch your back. Yeah, it's bribery. Mm-hmm. So once the people found out what was going on here, then the money was released to the Ukrainians. So they're saying, like, no, we didn't put no pressure on them. They got a new president and everything. People were getting fired left and right. I mean, it's been a bunch of things going on. So if you wasn't watching those hearings, you missed out on a lot. And I'm sure you could find some YouTube videos from C-SPAN, and you can sit there and watch, because it's good testimony. And everybody's story is adding up. Everybody who's testifying. And the president, the people that work for his cabinet, he's not letting any of them people testify.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you hiding? Because if you go up in there and lie, you're going to get arrested. And everybody that has been under Trump, once they've been caught in the lie, they've been in jail. Rudy Giuliani is going to jail soon.
He is. And the thing is, and Trump is going to throw him under that bus real fast.
He's going to say, I don't know him.
I don't know him. Well, Rudy wasn't really, I knew Rudy only from 9/11.
Yeah.
But other than that, Rudy really didn't work. I mean, he really wasn't my lawyer. I mean, Rudy was here and there. Mm-hmm. That's what he's going to do. Rudy's going to be somebody that he didn't really know.
He don't know nobody. He might find a picture with somebody.
Well, I mean, Rudy's a good guy, but we didn't really talk about legal things.
and Rudy has been on Fox News saying, listen, I have insurance.
Yes, he has.
On the president.
Yes, he has.
He tries me.
Yes, he has.
So something dirty is really, really going on. So this week they talked to professors on the history of impeachment. And, they did their little talking. I mean, this wasn't as electrifying, but they're Nancy Pelosi let everyone know that they're moving forward with the impeachment process on Trump. So he's going to be impeached by the House, and then they're going to have a trial in the Senate, and then he probably will get off in the Senate. But he will definitely be the second or the third president.
He will be the third president to be impeached.
Yes.
And the second president to be impeached was just 20 years ago.
One generation ago, Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton, yeah.
So, it's a lot going on. So Nancy been doing her little thing, answering questions, and one of the reporters tried her. Well, he didn't try her. He asked her a real question: do you hate the president? You can tell him how she answered, Miguel. Because I know you know how to do it.
No. I don't. You know what? Nancy said she told him, I'm a Catholic. But you know what I liked is when he saw how it had bothered her by that question, he then said, because Representative Collins said that because he wanted it to.
He took that
like off him. I didn't say it. Representative Collins said it. Yeah, but Nancy said, I am a Catholic. I was raised to love folks. And then she said, you know what, let me go to this microphone.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't near the microphone when she started talking to him. And she went off on him and told him, I resent the fact that you even asked me that question. How dare you ask me that? I mean, it's good. It's up there with Jackie Spear telling that Congressman about 2 weeks ago that
Yes.
well, the president does 5 Pinocchios on a daily basis. So don't go there. He said, well, that article has 1 Pinocchio at the end. She said, well, the president has 5 Pinocchios on a daily basis, so don't go there. And when I tell you, when she said that, that went through every tingle in my body.
Yes.
Because I felt that. I said, yes. How dare you tell somebody about 1 Pinocchio? And this man lied all day, every fucking day. And openly lies.
Yes. He lied about everything.
And we just sit there and watch him lie, and nobody says, Mr. President, you're lying. Mm-hmm. They just let him lie.
Yeah, but the Macron got him together the other day. Like, let's be serious. Let's talk about what's really going on. You know?
He said that to the president?
Yes, he did.
What, he was interviewing him?
No, they were sitting there having conversations about, you know, what's been going on with the war and stuff like that. He's like, would you like some ISIS fighters and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. And, you know, he's like, let's be serious. And then he started giving the president the facts, and then Donald Trump didn't want to go back and forth with him. Because, you know, he's talking about facts. Right. But then the crazy thing is that they were over there.
I want to talk about facts.
Yeah, they over there in London, and they laughing at our president.
Yes, they are.
And Joe Biden
and a group
made
of
a commercial. Yeah.
Yes.
He made a commercial that quick.
I know. I saw it. It was good.
This morning.
It was very good. It's very good. Oh, you think it wasn't good? I know it was.
Woo! So, yeah, y'all, it's a lot going on with our politics, and I just want you guys to pay attention. Kamala Harris dropped out the race. Now everybody feels bad for Kamala, but where were y'all at when all this was going on before?
Right.
You know, don't do it now.
I think it was a strategic move, though. I think her dropping out is just, like I said, I still believe that Joe Biden, if he becomes a nominee, is going to ask her to become his running mate. And I think that that was a strategic move. Drop out now. Because the last debate, you didn't see no signs of her dropping out. Like, I just didn't see that at all. But Kamala, her campaign has been going down just very fast since that debate when she called out Joe Biden for basically accusing him of,
that's when our poll numbers went up, and then it went down.
And then it went down. Yeah, it went up. But remember, at the end of the day, you know, they made a very good point on The View the other day, and they said that Joe Biden has more African American support on during this Democratic. Well, no, he has more African American support. Period. During this Democratic process.
Right.
But the African American support that he has are older African Americans, whereas though Bernie and Elizabeth Warren have the younger African American support, which is bad because these 3 white people have more African American support than the 2 blacks that are running. Mm-hmm. It's like, wow.
I think it's because, I honestly think it's because a lot of us don't know who they are. Like,
don't know who is.
Kamala Harris is and who Cory Booker are. When you see people names, like you see their face always out there, yes, you get familiar with them. You know Bernie Sanders from 4 years ago. Yeah. You know who
but
else?
I would feel.
I don't think Elizabeth Warren probably got too much. She ain't got too much support from the black people.
No, they're saying that younger black folks are more. Because there are a lot of young. Well, first of all, when you go on Facebook alone and you see young black people talking about who they are voting for, you either see them talking about Bernie or Warren, and I'm just like, no young black people. Not a lot of them are talking about Booker. Or first of all, Booker just seems like he's scripted. Yeah. And Kamala Harris has this history with this whole.
You know what? But prosecutors are going to do what they're supposed to.
Yeah, but black people don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear that.
Black people don't want black people in jail. Period.
Right.
I shouldn't say that because some of them.
No, we don't want people in jail. We don't want. I understand what you're saying, but we don't want people in jail for shit like having marijuana on their possession. Then come on,
right? But back in the day, that's what happened. But now they
no, that's not what happens back in the day. They still do it today.
I don't think so. I know not here with marijuana. You don't get no record for marijuana no more.
People still get stopped for that and arrested for that.
Yeah, I know that, but what I'm saying
is
horrible. you don't get no record.
Nobody wants to hear about a black woman prosecuting somebody and putting them in jail.
I guess she's supposed to get everybody off.
And not only that, everybody who does stuff like that to black people, nobody feels remorseful until they run for president. Because she didn't have no remorse until she started running for president.
And then afterwards.
Right. So it's like black people not falling for that. Yeah. They're really not.
But I hope that one day she do run again. I hope that she do run again. And
I think she'd be a good vice president.
She'd be a good vice president. I think she would be a great president too. because I just love her sternness. But like I kept saying, I didn't want her to win because I want her to stay in the Senate and get these motherfuckers together in the Senate. I love it when she just ask them questions and get them started, because she got a question right after the question, and it's another question, and they don't know how to answer that.
She's a strong black woman. Yes. And I can definitely see, like I said, I told my coworkers this the other day, I said I do believe, the reason why I believe that Joe Biden would pick her as his running mate, because I'll never forget about a year or two ago when he was on The View, before anybody had announced they were running for president, and they asked him on The View, who could you see running for president in 2020, and the first name he said was Kamala Harris. Mm-hmm. And I just always felt like, yeah, I can definitely see him making her his running mate, because at that particular moment it was like, why would you even say her? Because nobody was running for president at that time, and she was still denying that she was even running for president. So it was like, yeah, Joe, I can see that. And I think now, her dropping out now, because first of all, I never would have even thought she would be the next person to drop out. Her dropping out now, before Tulsi Gabbard, before Andrew Yang, before all of them, lets me know that this is a strategic move, and I think somebody on the Biden campaign probably got in her ear and said, listen, drop out now.
It's
we got
too
you
many people.
next year.
It's way too many people, and they're all vying for that one coveted spot, and then you got to make a certain amount of money, and then you got to be at a certain number in the polls, and then you got to have a certain amount of donations. It's just like, it's way too much just to, become president. I just wish that they do like the first 10 people to raise this amount of money in this certain amount of time. Like, I think it'd probably be easier, because it's just way too many people, and you don't know who you want to vote for. People, but one thing that just irritates me when they keep talking about this black vote, nobody don't know who really got what vote until the polls, until the votes are counted after everyone votes. That's when you know who got what vote. Just because I might say I'm gonna vote for you, that don't mean I'm going to vote for you.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's what a lot of people did with Donald Trump. A lot of people can say, I'm voting for Hillary Clinton. They ain't vote for Hillary Clinton, they voted for Donald Trump.
And many of them stayed the fuck home.
Right. But a lot of people lied to these posters.
Yeah. Well, I know one thing. I don't give a fuck if it's the man on the moon next year running against Donald Trump. I'm voting for the man on the motherfucking moon.
I hope everybody feels the same.
Because I'm not voting for no Donald Trump.
I can't wait. I just can't wait to see. Like, he's going to be impeached, but I want to see them.
Well, yeah, we know he's going to be impeached, but he's not going to be removed from office. And I want people to understand that. A lot of people who don't understand the impeachment process, I want them to understand that the Democrats control the House, which is the portion of Congress that's going to impeach him. But Republicans control the Senate, and that's the trial portion. And Republicans are never going to convict him of a crime. So therefore, he's never going to be thrown out of office. But he will be an impeached president. Just like Bill Clinton, which a lot of people don't know, Bill Clinton was an impeached president. He just wasn't thrown out of office because he didn't have enough votes to be thrown out of office. But Bill Clinton will always be a president that was impeached by the United States House.
But you know what's so funny? You forget that he was impeached.
Yeah. Well, we forget that he was impeached because of what he was impeached for. Just like Sonny said today on The View. The fact that there are 27 members of Congress that were in Congress at the time when Clinton was impeached and voted for his impeachment simply because he lied about a consensual affair with an intern. An affair that was a consensual affair. He lied about that, opposed to a man who is trying to bribe another foreign country and helping him with next year's election. Are y'all serious? This is crazy.
It don't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Y'all impeached Clinton for lying about a sexual affair with somebody who he didn't rape the woman because it was consensual. And Monica lets us know she knew what the fuck she was doing.
Yes.
But y'all are saying that, oh no, what Trump did is not, it doesn't warrant impeachment. Okay. Double standard much. And each congressperson who was there at the time when Clinton got impeached and voted for that, and they're not voting for Trump, they need to be called out.
Yeah. They're not going to call him out now.
Yeah. Like, how could you vote for something like that and not vote for this? Wow.
So Michelle Williams, I just want to I want to give a shout out to Michelle, because Michelle was on the Masked Singer. If you watch on DVR and didn't know, well, I'm sorry. Michelle was the butterfly.
I think we all knew that.
Yeah, like you gotta know the body, the voice. I could tell, just the mannerism. I just knew.
Right.
So she was the butterfly, and it was revealed that she was. And I hope that her doing the show, that this boosts her confidence, that this makes her even want to go back and to do some pop music again. I mean, like, I don't have nothing against the gospel music, but I would love for Michelle to try her hands in doing some more pop stuff. Because last time she did pop, that was like maybe 12 years ago. So that's a lot of time has passed. But when you listen to her sing those songs that she was doing, it's just like, oh my God, like, nobody ain't really singing like that. And it was just good to hear. And I was just so happy. Like, she is really feeling it. She was doing her thing. And, she was crying after she got eliminated. And it was like her and Nicole Scherzinger had a moment on that stage. But I'm just happy for her. I hope this really, really, like I said, boosts her confidence.
So how does the process work when they get eliminated?
So when they get eliminated, you off the show.
No, but I'm saying, what makes you get eliminated?
Okay, so what they do is they have everybody sing. Sometimes if you get the lowest amount of votes for the night, you get eliminated. Or sometimes they make you go head to head with somebody. Mm-hmm. And then once you go head to head, they get everybody to vote. And if you are voted, you'll probably go head to head with somebody else that gets voted, that's supposed to get voted off the show. And then you'll have a sing off, and then...
Is that what happened with her?
Yeah.
Who did she go against?
She went against... It's a basketball player. I already know who he is. But
singing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He can sing.
Oh,
he can
okay.
sing.
Black or white?
He black. He's an athlete.
You can't see him,
You can't see his face.
But you know who he is.
Yes. But he can sing, Mikhail. Like, he is so good. And... so she lost to him, and then she had to take her mask off. No, they had to guess who they really think it is. Like they get real serious about who they think it is, and then 3 people said that's Michelle Williams, and 2 people had their own guesses, and it was Michelle. And she cried and stuff, but she didn't cry because she got eliminated. She just cried because she challenged herself to do something.
Right.
And this is the result from it. Like, I'm just really, really happy for her, but I do want her to get back out there more. And she was saying, like, this was the first time she has performed in a year or so. I don't know. She's like, I think I'll just do speaking engagements and stuff like that. Like, no, girl, you better get out there and start singing and stuff. Like, I think she should go ahead and do what makes you happy.
Right, right.
But I just don't want her to feel insecure anymore. I just wish I could just take a wand, and go bam, F them haters, and all of that stuff. I just wish I could, but I'm not her, so I don't know. But sometimes I get that. I don't know. I just want her to I want her to blossom. I want her to shine. I want her to keep doing her thing, and I hope that she will after being on this show. So shout out to Michelle Williams on being on The Masked Singer. If y'all care, Justin Timberlake wrote a letter to his wife and family and all of this stuff. He got caught creeping with somebody, or it looked like he was creeping with them. So he put out this whole apology letter. I really don't care. I didn't even know Justin Timberlake was married. He's been married for 7 years. I did not know.
And the crazy thing is, when I saw this whole situation about him and his co-star, I thought he was still married to Jessica Biel, or with her.
He is, isn't he? That's his wife?
I thought he and her was done. Wait.
No, they married.
Wait a minute.
Who is Justin Timberlake married to?
Justin Timberlake is married to Jessica Biel.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay. That's his wife. But I didn't know he was married for 7 years. Yeah. That's a long time. But yeah, I really don't care about Justin Timberlake thing. He did his thing. But something I do want to talk about, who got an upcoming marriage that Mikhail told me about, Deelishis and Raymond Santana. He is one of the exonerated 5. And I have seen them go back and forth, on, like kissing or I seen them on vacation and stuff like that. But I didn't know that it was that serious to where he proposed to her. I just thought this is a girl that he was just having fun with, She got a nice body. She's a pretty girl. A girl, I shouldn't say this, but it's a girl I always wanted to be with. Mm-hmm. And I just used to just have this little fun. But now it's like they they're gonna be together. I don't know. They say he proposed, and I'm just like, I don't know. I just hope that he doesn't end up with a broken heart after this, because I can't take it seriously. I just can't take it seriously at all. This happens all the time. All the time. You know, Raymond, I just feel like, I don't know Deelishis like that. I don't know her character, but I just like, oh, I wish it was another woman. Somebody who hasn't been known to be around the block a couple of times. You know,
and she was the same one on Flavor of Love.
Yeah, but I'm not mad that she was on Flavor of Love.
No, I mean, I can't take somebody serious that was on that show.
I'm just looking at it from. I shouldn't look at it like that, but like, you on Oprah, you on this show, you on that show, and then you end up with somebody like Deelishis.
And she doesn't even look the same no more. She did
something. She did something to her face.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. And like you would, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't think like that. But Ava DuVernay, you got all this popping, and you end up with Deelishis. But I could be eating my words. She could be the nicest thing to him, and she treats him very nice.
And with that big old butt, I'm sure he's having a good time behind that.
Yes, so much he want to marry her.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. She saw that $8 million that he got and said, cha-ching, let the cash register ring. But I hope he's investing that money, because once that money starts to dry out for her,
she is going.
She's going.
Can they even have children?
Because she's somebody who
want children.
She's somebody that since she's been out there, she's been living a certain lifestyle. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I'm sure she ain't going to just let that lifestyle go once you go broke. And I'm not saying he'll go broke, but I'm just saying, if he did go broke, she ain't sticking around.
No, I just hope that he just...
Her body has been bringing her money. And I don't know if he'll be the type that will continue to want her to... I don't know. You know, guys are crazy. Guys, I don't know. Some guys will be acting like they with it in the beginning, and then once they marry you, then they get upset that you out here still using your... And I'm not saying... When I say using her body, I don't mean she's having sex for money. But... modeling and doing all that stuff. Yeah, showing it off. And then some guys start getting real territorial.
I want to know, how does that work for people that do show their body? How do you stay in a relationship?
Well, how did you stay in yours?
What are you talking about? That's what I want to know. How do you stay in these relationships? Or you a porn star and then you have a relationship?
This one porn star I follow, she got pregnant and all. She's
very popular.
No, yeah, she's with him. With him.
But it's not none of her co-stars' baby.
Huh?
It's not none of her co-stars.
No, it's not none of her co-stars' baby. No, it's her man's baby.
Oh,
but,
okay.
She's a really popular porn star, really big popular porn star. But she left the porn industry, and I guess she's doing modeling now. And she got pregnant and whatever. And I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
and don't get me wrong, they're human beings too, so
right.
They need love and they need.
Yes, they do.
Want to start a family too, but I don't know. That's just.
I just couldn't do it
because all those videos is out there.
Right, and the sad thing is that even when we seen some of the porn stars that's from Philly, it's like they are never the same. No, this industry,
they weren't paying them nothing.
They weren't getting paid nothing.
Next to nothing.
They on drugs. Some of them just look bad. Oh, it's terrible.
Have you ever been with any of them?
No. I've never slept with anyone that was a porn star. But I met someone. This is not like. It wasn't like it was a sexual relationship. It wasn't no hookup or anything. He was a nice guy, and what he does or did is like. It's like erotic sex art or something like that. It's something that I've never seen before. But what he did was, like you might have a song and he'll like dance to it or jerk
like
off to it. Like
he would jerk off to a song that you made.
Yeah, but it's like sexual art. Like it's not nothing. how can I explain it? It's tastefully done, and it's nothing I've never seen before. But I haven't really seen like his work recently. But he was really, really nice. He's really nice. But some people, I just don't want y'all freely putting your body out there. Now, if you only fansing it up, then go ahead and do that. But just don't. But you still got to worry about your reputation. Because, I mean, porn is only going to pay for so much or for so long.
Yeah.
You know, it's only going to pay the bills for a limited amount of time. Not unless you start your own porn company or something like that. Then because that's where money is at, you know. But I don't know how we start talking about this, but yeah. I've always be thinking like when people do that stuff, I'll be like, what's going on mentally?
I think
like,
a lot of people who start
like
doing it,
because
that's why this is a good question too. A good thing to have the person that we said we were going to have on, because she started out doing her thing.
Right.
And, you know, that would be a good conversation. But I think a lot of people do that because it's survival. No telling what they're going through with their families, and some of them probably are kicked out of their homes and can't get a job, so they have to use their bodies to make money.
Yeah, that's hard. That's a hard. That's just a hard thing for me. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
So let's go to y'all letters. Ask Kevin and Mikkel. We haven't done this in a while. I don't know if we did on the last one, but I think
Wipe
we did.
your mouth, because you got hair right here.
You know what it is? It's from the sweater.
Yes, yeah, it was white. It's off.
Yeah, thank God that's something. So this letter says, I need your advice. I was talking to someone and everything was going so well when all of a sudden he stopped texting me and pretty much went ghost. I sent him a text and waited a few days to see if he would respond, but he didn't. So I fuck it and moved on. So I said fuck it and moved on.
Right.
I know he doesn't owe me a response, but I can't lie. It is annoying that he couldn't be upfront and just say he wasn't interested. Do you think it's not that deep, or should I get over it? Or do you think that it was immature on his end? I definitely think that it's immature to just ghost someone. If you're not interested in someone, just say you're not interested.
I had this conversation with my coworker the other day, and that same term came up, ghost. And she explained that the guy that she was talking to told her, he hit her up and said, wow, you ghost me. And she said to us, I didn't. I told him, because we had a conversation a few days earlier, and I told him how I felt, and I told him this wasn't going to work. But she said, I guess once she stopped communicating, then he took that as, oh, you ghost me. But she was like, no, I already explained to him what it was.
This is not going to work.
So,
yeah.
I'm not ghosting you. I'm giving you a heads up. Bye.
Yeah, but once you start waiting a few days, something ain't right.
Yeah, something ain't right.
Because, let me tell y'all something. I don't believe in the bullshit of, oh, I'm so busy, or I was too busy. People make time for what they want to make time for. Because sometimes I get a text message, and I'll be like, child, I'll get back to that text message. It could be a day or two later. But if somebody I really want to hear from, like, I shouldn't say it like nobody, I don't want to hear from nobody texting me. But if somebody texts me and I'm like, okay, sometimes I reply just like that. But people make time for what they want to make time for. And if you say hi to somebody, or y'all was getting to know each other and you ain't hear back in 24 hours, then if their mom ain't in the hospital or somebody ain't died, then you need to let that go. And I'm kind of crazy because if I start talking to you like on a like getting to know you level, we need to text like every day. I don't care if I don't talk to you every day, but at least we can text because that's easy.
You go ahead. No,
go ahead.
No, what I was going to say is I was at one point like that, and then the older I got, the more I just was like, and I don't even think it's the older I got. I think the longer that I stayed out of a relationship, the more I became just so, oh, I don't give a fuck. I had that attitude. So we don't text for a few hours or a day or two. I'm just like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Because then I see me now like, I don't want to talk about nothing any damn way. You know what I mean? But I'm not really, I'm not a big fan of texting. I want to pick up the phone and let's talk. I'm just old school like that. A lot of people have now gotten comfortable with just communicating through text, and I'm not like that. I think we can communicate through text if if the time is, if it's the time to do it, like we're at work and we can't talk or something like that. But I think if we're both home and we both at home chilling, laying across the bed, we shouldn't be texting. We should be on the phone talking.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I look at it. You know, it's just
Yeah, but you'll be okay. That now that he's ghosted you, just move on. I just think move on. Go start talking to somebody else. I can't wait because when we had this year-end video, I wanted to just talk about. I wanted to bring up the fact about dating and dating apps and stuff like that. I wanted to bring it, have a conversation about it, moving forward and moving forward into 2020.
And you are my witness. You can see I don't have any dating apps on my phone because somebody said to me the other day that they saw me on a dating app and I was just like, that's not me.
That's definitely not you.
It's not me. I don't do dating apps.
If I seen a picture, I would know.
Right, and you would know that it's not me.
Right.
Yes, like it's not me. Okay, it's not.
I mean, like I have fun, like on them.
Right.
Like sometimes I like to be anonymous, and sometimes
Right.
like, you know what, I'm just gonna be me. Then everybody be like, oh my God, ain't you that? I be like, you know what, yes. Or they'll be like, I missed when you used to do. I got to be real. That's not me. But I just have friendly conversations with people. But some people, we all need to, who do get on them. You have to be careful because everybody do not have your best interest at heart. And it seems that every time I hear these type of stories about somebody getting murdered, it's always down south in Atlanta somewhere. Y'all gotta be careful. Just that anybody.
It's just open down. They're just more.
They're very open and friendly, but not cautious enough.
Yeah, you have to be cautious. You got to be cautious.
You know,
I think a lot of people down in Atlanta are open more because that's like the hub.
Yeah.
It went from San Francisco being the hub to now Atlanta.
Right.
So now a lot of people, I think, down there in the mindset, oh, well, no, it's fine. Like, we're all, you know, and this is not realizing, no, this could be a setup.
Right.
So it's like, no, you have to be careful.
Very, very careful, everybody. And so if you're going to meet somebody from an app, slide your friend their phone number or show them what they look like. And make sure you FaceTime with this person.
Remember every time I used to go visit, and when I'd go out of town, and I would always tell you, not saying that who I was visiting was crazy, but I just in case something happened to me, somebody would know where I was at.
Right. I know. I remember that stuff.
Yeah.
I remember. Oh, I can't record on this day because I gotta go to the west side.
We were talking the other day too, and they texted me.
Their birthday was it came up on my Facebook.
Yeah, I know. We're talking about it. I know. I wish them
I said, check him out.
Oh wait, that's the wrong text message.
Happy birthday to you if you're listening to this podcast because I didn't want to go to your page.
We were talking about yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What else y'all talk about? You are a mess.
Nothing. We don't talk about
You're
nothing.
such a liar.
We don't talk about nothing. Mm-hmm. Those days are over.
Yes.
That's a good person right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a hot mess, so that would never work again. That's a good person, and I'm just a mess. I can't even imagine being with somebody. I'm just like, nah, that would never work now.
No. But you might meet somebody that just might turn you out.
Oh,
to where you
not
don't,
out, bitch. Don't say out.
Yeah, not in a bad way, like in a good way. In a good way.
I like being fluid.
That's because you're having a lot of fun. And I mean, it is a lot of fun because you're not tied down to
Because I'm not tied down to anybody and I don't have to.
That's right. You don't have to
that.
answer to nobody but yourself.
Yeah. I just like it. I like
as
going
long
and have
as you
fun
out here
and
being
going
careful,
home. Yep. And then
and
take
their
my
wife
ass
don't catch
home.
you.
What?
You know, I'm okay with that.
Huh?
You heard me?
Not me.
As long as they
I ain't have to
catch you.
climb over no gates in a long time.
Tell me, wake me up to tell me about it. Yeah.
Running out of people back there. Oh my God. I can't believe it. 30-something years old, I'm running. I couldn't believe when I had to climb over that gate. I'm like, oh my God. Am I really doing this at my age? And then I couldn't even get over the gate. It's like, wow.
So someone wrote a letter saying, this is not even a letter. This said, how do you overcome feeling stuck in your life? So I said, can you give me an example of feeling stuck so I can elaborate? So she said, I guess what I'm trying to say for those who have big aspirations such as a dream job or want to start their dream business, but currently stuck in a dead-end job that pays bills. It seems like that dream is so far away. And that is so crazy because someone wrote me a letter on the Instagram, and I like the message. I think I know I like the message, so I'm trying to find it. But it kind of like ties in to what this lady was saying. And this lady says, "Hi, Kevin and Mikkel. My name is Key." She put her name in there, so I'm going to read it. "My name is Key, and I enjoy y'all. I've been watching y'all for years, and now I'm a podcast listener. I need some advice on something. I am 33 years old with no kids, college educated with a full-time job, but I'm not happy. I work in the job field that I vowed not to go back into, but it pays the bills." Now, what's she doing? Let me stop. "I was excited to graduate college, first person in my family to do so. What made it even more satisfying was that I also graduated with honors. But since graduating, I have not been able to find a job in my degree field. I need to find my spark. I've lost it. Now I do a job that I hate and it has me depressed, like really depressed. My anxiety and insomnia is at an all-time high. I wish I could quit my job, move to another city, and start over. What's your advice?" So this is kind of like two people who feel like they're stuck where they're at right now. And both of you guys can change it. Now, when you say that for the first person that wrote about feeling stuck, like that's how I feel where I am in my life. Like I feel like my life is stuck. I feel like I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. And that puts a lot of stress on me because I'm in a situation where I'm a caregiver for my mother. But I also don't have my own life. I feel like I just can't go out and just move out and do what Kevin want to do. And then like it's just a whole lot. I feel like I just can't do it because I also don't trust everybody with my mother. And just saying like, oh well, she didn't eat this time, or is they going to give her medicine on time? Are they going to take her to the doctor, or is she going to get there at the right times?
Right.
And stuff like that. It's just so much that I feel like I'm stuck, and then I feel like I'm also stuck like when it comes to professional stuff like what we do with the YouTube thing. Like we've done it for so long, and I've just stayed in my path for so long. Like I felt like, because I was always afraid to like branch out and do other stuff, because I'm like, well, if I do this and they might not be feeling it all like that, then I'm gonna look stupid, or this person might be saying all of this. But now I feel like I'm a goddamn fool because I didn't just go out there and do what I always wanted to do, because I'm so like, oh well, what if this don't work, and what if that don't work? Sometimes you got to be that bird and jump off the fucking branch and just fly and do what it is that you have to do. Don't always just sit there being stuck, but always have a plan and try to execute your plan perfectly. For me, I'm still going to need advice for someone who has been where I am, because none of my friends are not caregivers. They don't understand my situation too much. Like they know that, they feel for me, and they check on my mental status or my mental health, but they don't know because their parents are only 20 years older than them. My mother is 40 years older.
Right.
So I'm dealing with this at an early time. And it's not always helpful when you don't have a lot of help. And I'm not calling nobody out, but a lot of people are not willing to do what I do. I'm just putting it like that. But if you feel stuck, you can always change. You can always change it by being different, or just going out there and doing what you got to do. Don't be afraid, because the longer you stay in that place, the older you're going to get, and you're going to look back and you're going to be like, what the fuck did I do? And that's how I feel sometimes, because I'm 35. I'm not 25 no more. And I be like, oh my God, like, wow, like so much time had passed. We just went into 2019. Right. We're coming out of 2019. which is so crazy. It goes by fast. The older you get, the faster time gets. So enjoy your young years. Do all the things that you want to do, but don't make stupid decisions. That's what I would tell you. Always make sure whatever decision you make, that it keeps a roof over your head and food in your stomach. Otherwise, try things, but don't do stupid things.
I agree with everything you just said.
Okay.
Everything you just said. I just wish, I feel bad though, because you feel like you couldn't do certain stuff because of the fact that you feel like you really can't, and I don't want to use the word can't trust. I can't, but I don't know if you just use that.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, like you can't trust people with your mom, and I feel bad because it's like I should be able to trust my family with making sure that they can do. It's sad. It's a sad situation all around. But I agree with everything you said. I just feel bad with the part about you saying that you feel like you couldn't do much because of the fact that. And best believe your mom is definitely not a burden, but it's just like I wish other people would just step up and
it would be much easier.
It would be much easier, right?
Like I keep saying, I'm gonna go get a job. Then I'm like, bitch, I'm at work.
Here.
Something going, here. But what if I?
You're at work here.
I'm saying, but what if I go out and got this job, and she be like, I ain't eat all day, something like, now come on, I would be pissed off all day. Like it's just crazy. But now everybody seems to be like, I haven't snapped on nobody in a long time. It's really been probably a year or so. I haven't snapped, but I just try not to let things mess with me. Like if I, I'll say something, but I don't let it weigh me down like before.
Right.
I'm getting too old for this.
Right. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It's sad though, but that's life is something else, man. I tell you.
Yep. And like people, it's like okay, like I don't. It makes me feel better, like getting some of this stuff off my chest. Like, like it's tough for some members of the family to go to the hospital, but I'm like, if she's in the hospital, go see her. Right. She done raised your ass your whole life, and you don't want to go up in the hospital. It's creepy in there. It's creepy. Why?
I wouldn't say creepy. I know for a long time I didn't want to go visit. I didn't like going to go visit my sister when she would go to the hospital because I didn't want to see her like in that state. Yeah. Because at times when my sister used to be in pain, it just would be horrible to go see her like that. But I can't say a hospital's creepy because I work in a hospital.
And you see
dead bodies. I've been working in a hospital
and smell all kinds of smells.
So it's normal to
crazy.
me. It's normal to me. I feel like if I walk into a hospital without a smell, I'm thinking it's weird in here. Like, well, Dad, where's the smell?
Yeah, like I don't know, but it's things get like my brother is definitely like I don't feel like I do still go get the medicine, but he's on point when it comes to giving her the medicine. Right. Like I don't have to worry about that part too much. Right. It's just like I just had to tell somebody, listen, if you wake up and start cooking breakfast,
right,
make my mom something too.
Right. Right. No,
but I shouldn't have to say that.
You're absolutely right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
I shouldn't have to say that.
I'm not mad at that.
You up here making all this breakfast. Make Barbara something. Damn, I'm venting a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. How do you get this moon crescent off my mom's name? Because I don't know what I did.
It's like a star or a favorite or something?
No, I don't know why it comes up like that now.
Where's her name at? Because I don't see it.
Mom, where it says the crescent, where the crescent is right
That's
now.
like a block sign. You're like blocking her.
No, I'm not. Because she texts me. She's not blocked.
Go down.
I can't
go.
go.
I mean, hit that. It's like something you did to. It's something about
I did
that
something.
content.
Yeah, I did something, but I don't know what I did, and I did it by mistake. Cause
it's something like if she calls you or something, it might send her a voicemail or something like that.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what that is.
Or you won't get the notification. Yeah. So you guys, but to the girl, yeah. Like I was saying, to the second girl, finding a job in your field, sometimes that can be very hard.
Yeah.
It can be very, very hard. But you have to keep looking. Always keep looking. And don't stop.
And don't quit yet.
Don't
because
quit.
I tell people, don't quit until you got a job.
That's right.
It's hard to find one if you quit without no type of backup. Now, if you can quit and afford to quit, then
Right.
you. But if you know that you're not going to be able to make it in a few months, because finding a job don't happen overnight for a lot of people.
And you know what also helps? It also helps, like, if you got like some mixers in your town where you can go and meet other professionals like yourself. You never know who you'll meet, and that is sometimes the best way to get into a job, is because you met somebody through somebody, and that can help you out. So I think you should try that too, but just don't give up on your dream job. Sometimes there are always times where we don't want to do things, but we have to do those things, and this is one of the things you have to do until you get to where you want to go or want to be. So don't stress yourself out, but if you really feel stressed out, find a therapist to talk to, because they definitely can help you out. So everybody, thank you for writing your letters, or writing your questions, even your unsolicited feedback. Just thank you all, because at least you care. I do appreciate that part, but I've had fun with this today. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. I didn't talk about that one person, because he's not even worth our time talking about on YouTube or on the podcast.
He's not.
Because he's not collecting no bag from that family.
And he's not collecting no bag off of us.
No. So.
Dave Bang and the governor. Oh, okay.
Now listen, I hope this podcast sounded right for you guys. Listen, we're using the Zoom recorder. With the people who sent monetary gifts for my birthday, this is the recorder that I purchased. So this is our first show using it. We didn't have to hit the stop button. This was great to do a show all the way through without worrying about is it still recording.
Right.
Because it's right in front of us and we can see what's going on.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because y'all know my birthday's next week, next Thursday. And I've been promoting my Venmo and my Cash App on my Instagram. And there have been several people who have been donating. So shout out to you people that have been donating. You can donate anything you want to my Cash App and Venmo. You can start tonight and keep it going until the 12th, because that's my birthday. So again, shout out to all you guys that have already donated. Shout out to you guys that will donate. Yeah, I've been entertaining everybody all year. So yeah.
That's right.
Be nice and, generous.
Merry Christmas to all.
That's right. So come on my page. If you follow me, and you'll see it, hit me up. You need it, I'll DM it to you. But yeah, that's that. That's a video. He makes inspirational videos.
Oh!
Yeah, I know.
Child. All right,
I just been trying to figure out how they doing this with these guns on the broad daylight. Because if a cop would see, I'd be like, wait, what is going on?
Yeah, that look like around here. I don't think that is.
No, it's near Gratz.
I seen that one.
Yeah,
I seen that one before.
He actually lives near me. He's a really, really nice guy. Really nice guy. He's doing his thing. I'm proud of him, because he gets recognized for his own. He gets recognized for his work. This is somebody we could talk to too, because he gets recognized around the city for his work, and his stuff is different, because he tries to promote people not to resort to violence.
Right. You heard about the lady? Never mind. But listen, you heard about the lady? I don't know if we're supposed to end this, but the lady getting shot at 57th and Girard with the boy in the car. And they rode to the family house first instead of going to the hospital. Like,
stupid stories like that. No, I didn't hear.
Yeah, that happened.
I didn't hear that.
These children are just getting shot. We had a boy get killed at a football game. Mind his business. Get shot at a football game. It's just too much going on in the city. And I'm mad about the man that done held the baby. Remember, they lied about the whole thing. These children, our children are being shot. I just ask that you pray for the children in our city. One of the brothers that killed his brother by accident in the house.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's just too much violence going on with these teenagers. And kids.
I saw this sermon last night with, oh my God. Oh, Kevin, I think the Holy Spirit meant for you to say that. I saw this sermon last night on YouTube, for those of y'all that are still listening, with Bishop G.E. Patterson. Now, this man is just, I just love Bishop G.E. Patterson. I just watch his sermons all on YouTube. He did a sermon back in, first of all, the sermon was on Thanksgiving Day, 1993. Now, mind you, you don't think of people going to church on Thanksgiving Day, 1993. His church was packed on Thanksgiving Day, 1993. And the sermon is called "Neither Were They Thankful," and it is so good. And he starts off by talking about young people, and this was in '93, and the stuff that he was saying in 1993, 25 years ago, is so relevant today in 2019. And he was just saying how a lot of young people are just resorting to violence. They're doing stuff, you know, and it's like people are not thankful for what they have, so they're going out and trying to take from other people. Oh, it was so good. If y'all got time, y'all know who G.E. Patterson is. G.E. Patterson is. Look up that sermon on YouTube. It's called "Neither Were They Thankful," and it is so good. I mean, I was at work yesterday just like shouting, like, come on and preach it, sir. Preach! Can I play something for them real quick? I can play it on here, right?
I think so. It's not copyrighted.
No, it's not copyrighted. It's not copyrighted. I'm going to play a little clip. I'm going to play a little clip or something. Hold on. Hold on. Because I don't want y'all to hear this. No, that's too far back. Oh, yeah, I'm almost here. Here we go.
Dead ear.
What'd you say?
I'm just letting them know we still here. Dead ear. But we here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, here it is. This is a part of the sermon.
Is he still alive?
No, he died back in 2007. Mind you, this was the church on Thanksgiving Day. It's like, look how back it was in there. Mm-hmm. It was, the sermon is so good. And I kept saying to myself, and the stuff that he was hitting on during the sermon, it was relating back to me. Because it was like, at one point, I was being ungrateful with certain things. And he was just hitting on shit and was just like, you have what it is that you're supposed to have at this moment, because that's what God blessed you with, but yet folks are even ungrateful for that. And it's like, you're supposed to be thankful that you have it. Like, I remember at one point I used to be like, oh my God, I don't like this car, I want a new car. But then I sit back and say, well damn, when something happened to my car and it'd be in the shop and I'd be so depressed because I ain't got my car, and it's like, this is why you should be grateful and thankful for what you have, because when you don't have it, you be acting all depressed. And it was just such a good sermon. It really was. And that's my G.E. Patterson moment for y'all. But yeah.
All right, everyone. Thank you for watching, if it's on YouTube, or thank you for listening if you're listening via the podcast. Please make sure that you're telling more people about the Scorpion Show podcast. And something that I love, before we get up out of here, is that people have been tagging us like in their top 5. We made a lot of people top 5 on Spotify who listen to podcasts.
Yes.
And we're up there with the Read and the Friend Zone. So just shout out to y'all. I'm glad that you guys are listening to our podcast, and we only been out for 3-4 months.
Yes.
So we're doing the damn thing. I'm happy about that. But please, keep telling more people, tag people on Instagram. If we put a post on Instagram, can you tag a friend and let them know to download our podcast, and hopefully they can, we can help them get through their day. So yeah, I want you all to have a great weekend. Happy birthday to my friend Tashin. Y'all all be safe. Don't do nothing stupid, and we will talk to you guys next week. We're gonna do an early podcast. We're not gonna be able to talk about all the topics that's going on, because we're gonna be recording earlier before that Friday, because Mikkel got his trip and his birthday. And don't forget, hit him up, find his Venmo or his Cash App.
That's right.
So, help him celebrate his birthday.
That's right.
And,
Starting today. Y'all can start today.
We're going to go.
All
Y'all
right.
be safe. Peace.